This is Tong 2022 SA2 end of year exam for P5. We're looking at paper 1. Okay, for paper 1, I will not be going through every question. I'll pick up questions that I want to focus on, or like careless mistakes that students often make. Okay, let's look at question 5 of the MCQ. What is the value of x in the scale below? So in this scale, you see you have 4.8, 4.9, and 5.0. So you need to figure out what is one interval. So from 4.8 to 4.9, that's a 0.1 increase, right? So between that 0.1 increase, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 intervals. Okay, so 0.1. Okay, so if you divide it by 5, the increase is actually 0.02. Alternatively, you can say this is 4.80, 4.90. So it's as if this is a 80, this is a 90, and every interval is like an increase of 2, right? So it's an increase of 0.02. So 2 intervals after 5.0, you add 0.02 twice. So your answer should be 5.04. Not 5.4, but 5.04. Okay, let's look at question 10 of the MCQ. What is the area of triangle ABC? So in triangle ABC, there are many numbers given. So the thing here is to identify which one is actually the base, which one is the height. So when you want to identify base and height, look for right angles because the base has to be perpendicular to the height. Okay, so definitely not 9 and 20 because there's no right angle here. You can't assume that there's right angle. Then there's actually a right angle over here, which is, it shows that 10 cm and this 24 cm are perpendicular. Okay, so we have the base and height, 24 and 10. So half times base times height. Okay, so half times 24 is 12, 12 times 10 is 120. So answer is 3. Now let's look at question 12 of the MCQ. Average. The average mass of 4 boys is 52 kg. The masses of Cameron and James are shown in the table below. Leon and Zach are of the same mass. So what is the total mass of Zach and Cameron? Okay, so first we're given an average of 4 of them. So we can actually find the total of 4 of them. So we take 52 times 4. So we get 208. Then to find Leon and Zach, we have to take away Cameron and James, right? So let's add Cameron and James first. So this is 98. Then to find Leon and Zach, I will use the total, 208 to minus 98. 110. So they have the same mass. So each of them, okay, so you want Zach and Cameron according to the questions. So each of them, let's find Zach. Since they have the same mass, so 110 divided by 2. Oops. Get 55. So Zach is 55. Zach and Cameron will be 42 plus 55. So 97 is the answer. Next question, 13. Jovan had a piece of rectangular paper and folded it along the dotted line as shown below. We are supposed to find angle Y. So if you are folding a part of the paper, the angle that is folded here and the one unfolded will be equal. Okay, so, and also this is a right angle, right? So when you fold it, this part here will be at right angle as well. So this is a right angle triangle, and you can actually find this angle here, which is actually the same as this angle here. Okay, because when you unfold it, it's the same angle. So 180 minus 90 minus 36. 27. So this is 27. This is also 27. So angle Y will be 180 minus 27 minus 27 because angles on a straight line. So answer is 2, 1 to 6. Okay, angles on a straight line here. Question 14. Which of the following figure below shows that 40% of the figure is shaded? Okay, so to find 40%, we have to count how many squares are there in total. So there's 5 here, 4 here, so total 20. 5 times 4 is 20. So to find 40% of 20, so what is that? Let's change 40% to fraction, which is 2/5. And 2/5, to change it out of 20, you times 4. So there's 8 out of 20. So you're looking for 8 shaded squares. Then you count which of the figures have 8 shaded squares. So that will be figure C. Okay, everything else you don't have 8 shaded squares. Question 15. In the figure below, a rectangular glass box is filled with some 1 cm cubes. What is the volume of the rectangular glass box? So 1 cm cubes means that every cube has a side of 1 cm. So to find the volume of this rectangular glass box, we'll have to take length times breadth times height. So the length, if you look across this, the length here, you can actually fit 5 cubes along. So this is 5 cm. Since each side is 1 cm. So along the breadth, if you look across, you can actually fit 3. So this is 3 cm. And for the height, how high can you go? If you look at this, you can actually go 3 cubes tall. So 3 cm for the height. Okay, so to find the volume, 5 times 3 times 3, which is 45. So answer is 4, 45. Okay, let's skip to question 21. Figure below is made up of 3 identical rectangles. The area of the figure is 24 square cm. So what is the perimeter of the figure? Okay, so to find, if you're given area of the figure, you can't find the sides if you don't know the length. If you don't have the length, you can't find the breadth. If you don't have the breadth, you can't find the length. Okay, that's for a rectangle. But for a square, if you know the area, you can find the side, right? So what we'll do here is to cut the rectangles up into smaller squares. So I know that for every rectangle, the length is actually twice of the breadth. Okay, they're all identical, so the length is actually twice of the breadth. So each rectangle, I can actually cut it into 2 squares. Because the length is 2 units, the breadth is 1 unit, so this 2 is actually the same. So you cut it this way. So now I end up with 6 squares. So 24 divided by 6. This is the area of 1 square. Okay, so the area of 1 square is 4 square cm. Now, if you have the area of a square, you can actually find the sides of the square. So 4, it's not divided by 4, but something times something. Okay, so 2 times 2. So then this here is 2 cm. What is the perimeter? Count how many 2s you have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 times 2, answer 20 cm. Okay, question 22. Oops. Theo is making some cookies based on this cookie recipe. He makes 8 cookies each time. Okay, so according to this recipe, you can make 8 cookies if you have all these ingredients. So he has the 3 ingredients, but the mass of each is different. So let's see what he has. He has 600 grams of flour, 420 grams of sugar, and 380 grams of cocoa powder. So how many cookies can he make at most? Okay, so the most number of cookies he can make will depend on which portion of the ingredient he has the least, because that's like the most that he can make out of that, right? So by least, I mean like the least portions that he can make. So example for flour, if you need 90 grams to make this 8 cookies, how many can he make for 600 grams? So you take 600, divide by 90. Okay, so 600 divided by 90, maximum you can go with 6 groups. Then there's a remainder of 60, because 6 times 90 is 540. So you're left with 60 grams. Okay, so the 60 grams I cannot, I can't use it, okay? So 6 groups of this I can make. Now for the sugar, 420, you need 100 for each group of 8 cookies. So 420 divided by 100, maximum you can get is 4 groups, remainder 20 grams. Then lastly, for the cocoa powder, you have 280. Each group is 40 grams, so divide by 40. Then you get maximum of 7 groups. Okay, so the least portions you can make will be this one, this 4 groups. 4 groups of 8 cookies. You can't pick 7 because it's like, if this can only go up to 4 groups, then you can't do 7, right? So we're going to pick, we pick the least number of groups. So 4 groups of 8 will give you 32 cookies. Okay, so answer 32 cookies. Next question, 23. Joash stacked 12 unit cubes to form the solid below. So we're supposed to draw the front and top view of the solid on the grids below. Okay. So from the front, this is what we see. Yeah, I just highlight. You'll see this and you'll also see this. Then next to it, you'll see this and this. Okay. So on the left side, 3 cubes stacked. Then followed by 2 to the right. Okay, so your drawing should look like that. 3 on the left and then 1 in the middle, 2 at the side. Now from the top view, leftmost, you'll see this, there's 1 behind, then this, okay, 4 cubes on the left, in the middle there's 1, then followed by 2. Okay, so 4 cubes on the left. And where the second cube is, there is 2 more to the right. Then there's 1 more here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. 24. The time Janet spends on her piano, dance, and swimming lessons is in the ratio 5:4:3. She spends 8 hours on all these enrichment lessons. How much time does she spend on her dance lesson? Okay, so leave your answer as mixed number. Now, piano, dance, swimming, 5:4:3. 8 hours on everything. So everything will be 12 units. Okay, so 12 units is 8 hours. 1 unit is 8 divided by 12. So let's leave it as 8/12 first. Then for dance, 4 units. So 8/12 times 4. Okay, so you can cancel. This is 3. This is 1. So answer 8/3. Mixed number is 2 and 2/3 hours. Twenty-five. The figure PQRS is a rhombus. Find angle Y. Okay, rhombus, all the sides are the same. Then you also have parallel lines. To find angle Y. Okay, so you see isosceles triangle PQR, right? So what we do is 180 minus 104. Then we divide by 2. 180 divided by 4. 180 minus 104 is 76. So 76 divided by 2 is 38 degrees. So this whole thing is 38. Okay, then I need to take away this small angle here to find Y. So let's find this part here first. So this is 60. Oh, wait, no. There is a faster way to do this. We don't need to find this. We can actually, we already have this, which is 38, right? So we can use area of a triangle, not area. Sum of angles in a triangle. Here, 180. Then you minus 38 and 120. So this will give us 22 degrees. Okay, so angle Y is 22 degrees. Question 26. Mrs. Tan baked a cake. She gave 1/3 of the cake to Shirley. Then she gave 1/6 of the remaining cake to Peter. What fraction of the cake was Mrs. Tan left with? Okay, I'll draw a model because they say 1/6 of the remaining. I need to know what's the remainder. So this is the whole cake. She gave 1/3 to Stanley. Now I want 1/6 of the remainder. You can either redraw the remainder, cut it into 6, or you can cut it into 6 straight away, which means this has to be cut as well. Okay, so 1/6 of the remaining is this, Peter. So what fraction is she left with? Now you just count. That's 5 out of the whole thing, just 5 out of 9. $27. The table below shows the charges of an inline skates rental shop. So Elaine and Alicia each rented a pair of inline skates for 3.5 hours. how much did they have to pay altogether? Okay, so for the first 30 minutes, it's $4, and this $4 can only be applied to the first 30 minutes or half an hour, okay? So subsequent half an hour or part thereof, it costs $2.50 each. So for 3.5 hours, how are you going to split them? So first, the first half an hour is definitely $4. So let's remove the first half an hour first. So we're left with 3 hours. 3 hours, how many half an hour are there? So I will divide 3 divided by, you can take 3 divided by half or 3 divided by 0.5. So how many halves gives you 3 wholes? So that's 6, okay? So 6 of 30 minutes gives you 3 hours. So 6 times of 250. Which is $15. Now $15 at the $4. So each of them will pay 19. So the $4 comes from the first 30 minutes. Then since there's 2 of them, so we take this amount and times 2. $38. Question 28. Dina had 20 fewer stamps than Joey at first. Dina gave 12 of her stamps to Joey. Joey now has 3 times as many stamps as Dina. How many stamps did Dina have at first? Okay, so let's draw a model. So Dina had 12 fewer than Joey. Okay. So Joey will be 12 more. Sorry, Dina had 20 fewer, so there's 20, not 12. 20 fewer. Then Dina gave 12 to Joey. Okay, let's cut this. 12. Transfer. This is 12. Now Joey has 3 times. Okay, so this is 3 units. And whatever Dina is left with is 1 unit. Okay, so now you see the difference is from here all the way to here, right? So how many units is this? This is 2 units. So to find 2 units, it's actually 12, 20, 12. So 12, 20, 12. This is 44. 1 unit is 22. How many stamps did Dina have at first? So 1 unit is this, so this is 22. What she has at first, you have to include the 12 that she gave away. So 22 plus 12, 34. Question 29. So we have angles here. ABC is a straight line. ABD is 149. ABC is 118. Find angle EBD. Okay, so ABD is 149. So let's find DBC. This angle here. So that's 180 minus 149. Was on a straight line. So this is 31 degrees. Now they said that EBC is 118. So we'll take 118 minus 31 to get this question mark, which is our EBD. 118 minus 31. So answer 87 degrees. Okay, last one. Two 1 cm grids are shown below. Then triangle A is drawn on the grid. So you're supposed to draw a right angled triangle with the same area as triangle A in the second grid below. Okay, so to draw triangles of equal area, right, you can say that the base and the height are the same. I mean, the base of A is the same, and then the base of the second triangle is the same. The height of A will be the same as the second triangle. So base height. All right, so the base is 4 cm. Height is 3 cm. So we'll just draw a right angled triangle in this second grid here that has the same base and same height. Okay, let's just draw 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 cm base. Then the height 3 cm. It has to be right angled triangle, so we'll draw this here perpendicular. Then use a ruler and connect this. Okay, just make sure that the corners are at the corner of the squares. Not like that, okay? So just touching the edge of the corner of the square. So this is your triangle with the same area. Okay, with that, that's the end for P5 2022 SA2 paper for Tong.